Ho ho ho, Merry Christmas! Today on Merry Merry Meeples, we are presenting to you Santa's Workshop from Elf Creek Games, designed by Keith Ferguson. This is the second edition of the game and first Christmas edition of the second edition, which means this is kind of more of a limited edition. As you can see, we have 0404 or 4000, lots of fours and zeros, so basically up number 404 of 4000. So let's see what is inside. I'll show you the back later. There's a Santa sleigh in here I wish not to disturb. And if you can see, the nice raised embossing on the letters. This is a really nice production. And you have the inside, the box lid artwork. Alright, so look, we start with the rule book. But what's this? A second rule book! So this does have standard rules and advanced rules. So, welcome to the North Pole. It's late in December and Santa is gearing up for his big night. His elves are busy making sure that he's ready to deliver joy across the world. The elves have a lot to do. There are toys to be built and assembled, reindeer to be tended in the stables, and the North Pole's own Christmas tree to decorate. It's a time of unbelievable hustle and bustle. After Christmas season is over, Santa always takes his own holiday, somewhere sunny and warm, and he brings down the most industrious team of elves as a reward. Can you lead your team of elves to win a vacation with Santa? I hope so. Alright, so we have game components. This is just for the standard game. You'll see when we look at the advanced game, there's more components for that. This shows you the icons, fabric, wood, metal, assembly. Here's the workshop setup and your player setup. Overview, how to make toys, material shops, assembly hall, donation center, completing a toy, game round example, other jolly jobs, the mail room, the reindeer stables, the Christmas tree. Here's your end of day, Santa's inspections, end of the game, end of game is scoring example. So again, that was your standard. We are going to the advanced, same story. Game components, so you'll see a few different things like more figures and training tokens, upgrade tokens, coal pieces. Alright, so here's the icons, all that again. Here's the setup. Workshop setup is more extensive, player setup's more extensive. You're going to have a whole different side of the board. Overview, how to make toys, player mats, coal mine, material shops, assembly hall, completing a toy, other jolly jobs, the mailroom, the Christmas tree, the reindeer stables. So you'll see there are quite a few more rules. End of day, Santa's inspections, end of game. Also, this has a different setup for 2 and 3 players for this version. Here's a game example of the rounds. Then the reindeer reference, helpers, and credits. Alright, so it came with this little red Santa sack. Didn't know what else to do with it, so what I did is I put my ornaments in there. There are probably other things you can put in there, but I put in the ornaments. They are nice and shiny and getting dropped all over in all different colors. You have red, you have gold, blue, silver, and they have other stuff on the back of them. So let me get those back in my sack. There we go. Alright, next up we have the tokens. You have the metal tokens. Nice and shiny. These are punchboard, but really shiny. And what I like about these tokens, I'll show you with the other ones, is they are all kind of different finishes and textures. So this one's shiny because it's metal. This wood one, let me get one out, see if I can get it shown here. The wood one you'll see has that wood texture in it to give it a wood feel. Your assembly tokens are just kind of basic punchboard, but do look nice. And then your fabric ones, this isn't going to show up well on camera because it's more a texture thing, but have more of a rubbery, smooth feel, not a gloss or anything. So it has a different feel texture than the wood and the metal. So it feels more fabric-y. So the training tokens, you have them for the different materials, metal, wood, fabric. They're double-sided. Here are those, I believe they call them upgrade tokens. Each person will get 2. There's your cart for your coal mine. You have your medal and your reindeer blanket. It came with a Christmas tree, I'm assuming is the first player marker. A bag of coal for the naughty boys and girls. There's your coal. So again, some of these bits may be upgraded as the first Christmas edition. So if you get this later on, some of these may not be that way. For instance, we did get this promo pack. So first Christmas promo pack. So let's take a gander at that. So promo pack. Then you have Randolph the reindeer. Then his backs, the A, B, and C is for the advanced game, and you can tell that too by the red background, and green is the standard. So there's the reindeer cards and promo toys. And here I'll show you how these are. These are points, and this is what it takes to build the toy. And you'll see they all have different names that they're going to. That says what it contains. Santa, the North Pole. So that is the promo cards. Alright, let me get this sleigh out of the way. And we'll go over these cards here in a minute or two. But you have that nice sleigh. Here are the player mats. So there's that side. And so this would be your standard because they don't have any of the upgrades on them. So here's your end of game scoring, your elf names. So then here would be your upgraded side where you can store your coal and you unlock levels of your cart and your equipment upgrades and you upgrade your elves. So you have mistletoe, spruce, and berry, figgy-wig, Bernard, and Tinselton, rumball, sugar plum, and gumdrop, flurry, brew, and blanky, and glog, nog, and wassail. So there's the bottom print. And then before I forget, let's just turn over this side. Celebrate old-fashioned Christmas by making classic toys and sending your elves to care for Santa's reindeer. In the box, 6 and up, 30 minutes, 2 to 5 players. So let's look at this board here. So this will be the advanced side. You can see the red in the background. Endgame scoring. There's your reindeers. Assuming that's the mail room. This is where the ornaments can go. Here's your different locations you can go to get your supplies. There's the coal mine. And there's Santa moving across 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, and 24. Then if you flip it over, here is your basic one. So you still have the reindeer stables, you still have the mail room, and then these stations. So you don't really look like have the ornaments as the other side does. You don't have the coal mine, and you only have the 6. You don't have those other 3 rounds. Alrighty, one thing we will look at before we get to the rest of those cards is let's go ahead and open this bag of meeples. And let's zoom in on this so you can kind of see. Because if you didn't notice on the mat, you have the different shapes for the different colors. And they also have different, like that one's waving, that one's not. Here's your extra side workers. And you have them. There's your Santa Mini. More little elves. There's your blue guys. And your red ones. And then you have your point markers for each color. But so that is all those different meeples. Let me go ahead and get these cards where I can start showing you how those are. Alright, so there are 3 different decks of cards we'll be going over. These are reindeers from the base or from the standard. This is from the advanced, and then these are all the toy cards. So let's go ahead and start with the reindeers and then go from there. And there you have it, the cards from Santa's Workshop. Hope you enjoyed that, and until next time, I am the groom, going to go fill my sack with stuff.